Welcome back. So today is going to be my weeks 19 and 20 of pregnancy update, my bump date. As you can see, I'm feeling a little bit better probably. So what has happened over the last couple of weeks? When I'm filming this, I am 2 days shy of turning 21 weeks. I am feeling a little bit better in general. I still have my days where I feel really crappy and borderline pukey, but I don't actually throw up most days, so that's good. I go about 4 or 5 days at a time without throwing up, so I would consider that a success. I mean, I can live like this. I know it's a crazy thing to just accept that you're going to throw up every week or so, but sometimes when you used to throw up multiple times a day, once a week doesn't sound so awful, you know? But yeah, I have been feeling the acid reflux big time. My mouth tastes sour. I feel the burning in my throat. I can feel it sometimes in my chest. I'm constantly wanting to drink water because I have that taste in my mouth. I'm taking Zantac twice a day as my midwife recommended, and then I'm also doing Tums here and there. And the Tums do help temporarily, but they're not a long-time fix. I haven't gotten as many headaches this last couple of weeks. Of course, I reported it to the midwife at my anatomy scan, which of course I'm going to talk about in a second. At the anatomy scan, I told her about my headaches, that I've been getting like a migraine once a week that makes me like so throw up, and like the pounding in the head, and I throw up and then I feel a little bit better. And I used to get migraines all the time before I was pregnant too, and then I get regular headaches every day or every other day. And so she's like, we're going to send you to a neurologist. I'm like, okay, so I got the referral and I made that appointment. It's not for like 3 weeks from now, but that's okay. I'd rather have it scheduled and know that there might be a solution in sight. But then, since that appointment, I reported it and I scheduled the referral, you know, appointment with the neurologist, I'm not getting headaches. I've gotten like 1 or 2 minor ones in the last couple of weeks, but nothing that I would complain to a doctor about. You know, I'd just be like, it's normal. It's just a headache. I didn't sleep well, or I need to drink some more water. Usually, like, the reason that I get the headaches makes sense, so I don't know, that's kind of funny. So, anatomy scan. Yes, we found out the gender. If you didn't watch our gender reveal, I will try to link that down below. We are having a girl, which is my hunch. Towards the end, I thought for sure it was a girl, and a lot of people guessed right. So, yay, I guess. I'm happy with that. I would have been happy with the boy either way. The anatomy scan showed everything on the baby looked perfectly fine. There are 4 chambers of the heart, you know, the brain looks good, the spine looks good, the measurements, it's measuring exactly the size as it should. And then there was a discrepancy on my due date. Like on the screen on the ultrasound, it was showing like 18 weeks 4 days at that time, and I was actually 19 weeks. And I was like, oh, that's weird. I don't know where you guys got your dates. And she's like, oh, well, I don't know. Talk to the midwife when you see her. I'm like, okay, that was just the ultrasound tech. And then I talked to her, and she goes, okay, well, we don't know your last menstrual period because you guys know I had a miscarriage before this baby. I never actually had a period between the two. So it's really hard to date this pregnancy. And she's like, well, it's only a few days. We're not going to change your due date anyway, but let's see if we can, you know, get a little better, more accurate date. Like, because I was thinking I was 19 weeks. And then the baby was measuring 19 weeks one day, and then the ultrasound tech told me I was 18.4. I was like, can we just like figure it out? She's like, sure, let's look. So she goes, the most accurate dating method we have is we go by your first ultrasound, which I think I was only 6 or 7 weeks when I had it. And on that one, they took that date and said, that's what I was measuring on that date. Therefore, that is what they consider my due date. So it was May 17th. Now it's May 16th. I mean, it's not like they changed my due date officially, but if we had gone by the date that they gave us at that first ultrasound all along, my date would have been May 16th. So that is what I'm going by. My weeks now turn over on Tuesdays instead of Wednesdays. I know that one day doesn't make a difference as far as my due date goes. This baby's going to come when it wants. It can come 4 weeks early, 2 weeks late. I don't care as long as it's healthy, of course. But yeah, so now I'm doing these videos. I'm going to try to bump them up and get them up on every other Tuesday. Trying to do maternity videos once a week. So this week's will be this video right here, of course. And then next week I'm going to post all of my baby registry gifts. So when you open a gift registry with, like, I'm going to do Amazon, Target, Bye Bye Baby, and Babies R Us. They give you like a free welcome package for joining their gift registry program. So I'm going to show you what I got from each of those stores. That'll be my baby maternity video for next week. And then I do every other week I do maternity, like pregnancy updates. So it'll be bump date, registry, bump date, and then I'll figure out something else to do. We have started working on the nursery. We did switch the bedrooms officially. I am filming this in my new office. It used to be the guest room. What was my office before was the closest bedroom to the master, so we've decided, it's also the smallest, we decided to make that the baby's nursery since it's close to the master bedroom. And we've gotten, you know, the bed disassembled in there that was in the guest room. Got a lot of stuff from friends and family that have either Christmas gifts or just people who had kids that wanted to get rid of stuff, and they gave us some stuff to use for the nursery. So that room is full. We have multiple swings, we have a bassinet, we have tons of clothes. We have more clothes than this kid can wear. This kid has more shoes than like my husband does for sure. I think she has like 10 pairs of shoes like that won't fit her after she's 6 months old. It's pretty crazy. But I love baby clothes. I love looking through them. I have some crib sheets and bedding and stuff that, I mean, it may not match the nursery that I'm choosing, but at least, you know, it's free and we've got them. As far as maternity clothes go, I'm pretty much wearing maternity clothes exclusively. The times that I wear non-maternity clothes, like I can still fit into everything, especially if I wear the pants like below my belly. But my shirts are getting too short. I just noticed this at 20 weeks. If you hear my dog playing in the background, I'm sorry. She's squeaking a toy, I think, with my husband playing down the hall. But yeah, my belly is starting to like stick out the bottom, so my shirts are getting too short. I'm like, okay, I think it's time to make the switch officially. Going on over halfway now, so, but yeah, I'm definitely feeling mostly better. Yesterday was a bad day, and it really is about what I eat. A lot of it is about what I eat. There was already a little list of limited things that I should eat based on what this kid seems to like. What foods go down well when I'm pregnant. And it was like no red meats. I only ate chicken, basically. Chicken for meats, and then I had a lot of like beans. I love bean burritos. I'm not eating a lot of other proteins. I was eating yogurts and cereal and my milk, you know, and I was having a lot of fruit because I couldn't really eat vegetables, so I was trying to eat more fruits and trying to vary the fruit I ate, all this stuff. Well, then I found out that the acid reflux diet is a thing, and if I want to help myself not have as much acid reflux, I should avoid certain foods. Those turned out to be more citric acid, anything like citrus fruit, things with the acid, acidic foods like tomatoes. So tomatoes, the pizzas I was eating, anything spicy like salsa, my spicy chicken sandwiches that I was obsessed with, can't have those. Pizzas, dairy, I'm not supposed to have a whole lot of dairy. That's kind of a bummer because I was really enjoying yogurt and ice cream, frozen yogurt, like things like that were really hitting the spot for me. Can't have those anymore. Even my fruit smoothies, as I was putting dairy in them. I have since switched to something that's non-dairy, but I'm also supposed to eat more oatmeal. The fruits I'm supposed to like or want are melon, bananas, and not like the really acidic ones, like a lot of the berries and citrus, obviously. And anyway, so my diet is very limited. The thing that's been hitting the spot right now are like these fast food bean burritos. Filiberto's drive-through bean burritos have been amazing. They have the fiber and the protein that I need. They've got the carbs. I do get the cheese on them, so I do eat the things that are on that list. Chocolate as well, I'm not supposed to have, but I eat it a little bit. But it's at my own risk. Like, I know that if I eat those and I don't feel well later, that's probably why, because I didn't obey the acid reflux recommendations, you know. My next appointment with the doctor isn't for, I think, 3 more weeks or 2 more weeks. So won't have a lot of medical updates for you, but as far as how I'm feeling, like I can feel the baby move. So that's an exciting thing. I felt the baby move right when I turned 20 weeks, just about. At first I was like, was that? One day I felt it, the day I turned 19 weeks. I was in the bathtub and the door was kind of open. My husband was in the other room and I was like, whoa, my stomach is like doing weird stuff. Like it was like not gurgling audibly, but like I could feel like there was like bubbles or like gas going on, and I was in the bathtub completely still, and I was like, I don't think I'm like gonna be sick. Like I didn't feel like it was like gonna be diarrhea or something. My stomach didn't hurt. It wasn't an unpleasant feeling. It was just like my stomach was doing something weird. Well, that was the day I turned 19 weeks, and then a whole week went by and I didn't feel anything else. And when I talked to the midwife, she was like, oh yeah, that was probably it. Those are those first flutters where you can't really tell if it's you or if it's gas or what's going on. But then a whole week went by, so I just assumed I had like, nah, it probably wasn't it. And then on the day I turned 20 weeks, I felt her like obviously move. Like this kid went boom on my inside, and I was like, ugh. It startled me, actually. That's how, like, I could definitely feel it. So that was kind of cool. I definitely felt it. Undeniable. And then I felt her a few times since then, but nothing major. So I'm just now starting to get the baby kicks, which is exciting. I am a larger girl, I guess you could say. So they say sometimes, like, you can't feel it if you have a lot more, like, layers. I don't know if that's true. But I was really excited to find that when I put the Doppler on my stomach now, the heartbeat has gone up so much higher. The heartbeat used to be really, really low. Now it's parallel with my belly button, so it's raised quite a bit higher. And I can find the heartbeat literally within 10 seconds now. Like, it used to take me a minute, you know, to like move the Doppler around in my stomach and like hear it, and I hear whooshing and whooshing, and then I know I'm close, and then I find it. Now I'm like, and then it's like ba-bump, 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 and it's always about 140, 145, something like that. So that's cool. It's really nice feeling when you're just like, how's she doing in there? Because I've been feeling like crap. You put the Doppler on and you're like, okay, it's worth it. Like, she's in there, she's happy, makes me happy. And I'm just getting used to using the pronoun she. That's kind of interesting to get used to. We have a baby first name picked out, but the middle name we just can't seem to narrow down. I like everything and I like nothing all at the same time. Everything I try to put with this first name makes her sound like a Southern belle, and we're not even like Southern belle. I'm not a Southern belle. Like, I don't need my baby to sound like a Southern belle. So I'm trying to come up with a better middle name. I'd love to do something with a familial tie, but nothing's really inspiring me in combination with the first name we've chosen. So I would say I could still change the first name. I'm not really sharing it with a whole lot of people, just the immediate family knows. But yeah, may change my mind on that. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you my bump shots of my belly. I always start by showing you the first photos I took, which was at week 9. So I already had a tiny, tiny little bump. It looks like I'm bloated. And then I'm going to show you, you can definitely tell that I have a bump. I have gained exactly 10 pounds, probably about 11 by the time this goes up. And that's at over halfway. My midwife told me she wants me to gain 15 to 25. So I'm on pace, exactly where I should be. Which is amazing considering how much I was throwing up before. I must have been eating really well. But yeah, the things I'm supposed to be eating on this diet are eggs, oatmeal, bananas, melons, and proteins and stuff, but greens, I still can't eat vegetables. I still dry heave, but I don't throw up, so I'll take it. And my husband was sick this last couple weeks with a little cold, and so I was trying really hard not to get it. So far, so good. I haven't gotten his cold. It's been tough because we usually share everything. We share drinks and everything. And I had to like, nope, you know, no kisses for you. Like, we gotta really be careful because first of all, I'm a miserable person when I'm sick, and I hate being sick so much, but also because I'm pregnant and now I don't want to take any medicine. So if I get sick, I'm just down and I don't have any sick days left. You know, I'm just kind of like, if I get sick, that's it. Like, I'm just gonna be miserable. Oh, I did get a couple of books. I got the book Wonder Weeks, which I have not started yet, which talks about the different stages your baby goes through at different points in their life, and it helps you understand why they get fussier at some stages and what's going on developmentally for them and physically at each stage. If you hear the water running, my husband is showering and the bathroom's right there. And then the other book I got was Bringing Up Bébé, I think it's called. And it's basically like a book about how American parents are different than the French parents. This American woman went and she lived in France, and she started raising her children in France, and noticed that the French children were just like more like well behaved. They were sleeping through the night. They were eating like adult food. They let the adults have adult conversation, and they didn't bother the adults as much. The kids were just like more self-sufficient, more self-reliant, weren't as needy. And she's like, there has to be something to like the way that French parents parent their children compared to American parents. And so I'm reading about different techniques, and I might do a video on it later, but I'm like a quarter or a third of the way through the book right now. But so far it's really interesting. Like, she's talking about American studies and French studies, and then, you know, overall studies and statistics about what children do and different techniques for getting them to sleep through the night. So I'm glad I'm learning this now. My baby is not due for like, what, 4 more months or something, but yeah. So that is it for my update. I hope you guys found this video fun to watch. Let me know if you have any questions down below in the comments, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.